What's going on, guys? My name is Janos Tech here, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Fnatic Clutch 2 mouse, a gaming mouse that is probably going to be not only my main mouse, but probably the best mouse I have ever had the pleasure of being able to use. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the review. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start off with the design of the mouse. Now the mouse is made out of a plastic build, so it's nothing fancy. It's not made out of aluminum. I would have liked to have seen that, a little bit more durability, but the plastic is definitely going to be fine. Overall, I think as far as the hand, it is going to be able to fit medium-sized hands and large hands, but if you are a person who has smaller hands, this might not be a mouse for you, as it is pretty massive, I would say. When I first took it out of the box and I was able to actually use it, I was like, whoa, this is a much bigger mouse than I've used in the past. Slim, it has this nice slim design. It's more so on the palm itself, so nothing major, but again, small hand users probably are not going to like this at all. So I probably would say stay away from this mouse if you are small-handed, but if you're, other than that, definitely a good option there. As far as the cable that plugs into the computer, it is not using a braided cable. It's using a just normal plasticky type of cable. I would have liked to see a braided cable, especially for a mouse like this. I just think it would have just been a nice option to it. It would have looked a little bit better, and probably would have been a little bit more durable for long-term use. I don't know how well this core will actually do, but we'll have to see later on down the road to see if it does last or if it eventually starts going bad. But overall, I do like the way it looks. Of course, you do have the Fnatic logo all across the mouse, but it's not overpowering. So there's a little logo on the, I want to say, the left side, and then of course on the actual back of the mouse, and then at the bottom where the sensor and the grips lay, you do have the Fnatic name, and then of course the logo there as well. But I would say that it kind of does a good job of kind of blending in with the mouse. Nothing that's going to kind of pop out and be a little bit annoying to look at. Overall, the mouse does look good. It is also not a ambidextrous mouse, so if you're a person who uses both left and right hand, then you may not desire this mouse either. It does have the buttons on the left side, and then of course no buttons on the right, so this is kind of designed for a right hand user. So overall, I do like the way the mouse looks, though. Don't get me wrong, there are some nitpicks here and there, but it's overall a really good mouse. I do like the fact that it feels good in the hands, at least for my hands. I have medium-sized hands, so it feels good for me so far, so give it a thumbs up there. Next up is going to be its sensor. Now, coming from the Rival 600 and even Logitech, they use a little bit different sensors. So with those mouse, you either had the TrueMove 3 Plus sensor or the PWM. This one is going to be a PixArt sensor. It's a 3360. Now, this is actually the first time I've used a mouse, I believe, that actually has this sensor inside. So was a little bit concerned to know whether or not it would be as good as what Logitech has to offer. To me, they have one of the better sensors that's out there, but I will happily be able to report that the sensor on this is extremely good. I do not have many complaints with the sensor. Didn't notice any issues when playing Overwatch, just using it on a day-to-day basis. It did an overall really good job. The sensor was nice. It was very accurate when playing games. I didn't have any issues whatsoever, so I will say that the sensor on it is fantastic. I might even put it up there as it's almost as good as what Logitech has to offer, but I know might be triggering some people, but that's just my thoughts. Of course, yours may vary, but to me, this is actually one of the best sensors that I've used on any mouse. And coming from me, I've used a lot of different mice before in the past, so this is a really good sensor. That's more so what I have to say about the mouse there. So overall, it is a really good sensor. I do like it. With that being said, it does also come with software that you can download from Fnatic's website. Now, the software is going to be in early access, so as they continuously updated, things are going to change. Now, when I first downloaded the software, I did have a bit of an issue where anytime I tried to change the color or change the type of lighting that it had, for some odd reason, it kept giving me a JavaScript error. When I went back into the software to try it again the next day, it didn't give me that error, so I guess they must have fixed it in an update, so that's good. But overall, the software is kind of straightforward. It's nothing too advanced. It's pretty easy to kind of understand where to go. Of course, on the main screen, when you first load it up, it is going to show you kind of the different options they have as far as gaming peripherals. So if you have their keyboards or another mouse that they also have as well, it'll be shown up there. Of course, if you don't have it, it'll let you, it says discover, so you can click on it to learn more about the mouse, and then the mouse that you actually do have will let you customize it. So the customization isn't anything fancy. It's not a lot that you can really do. Of course, you can change the color of your mouse. So if you want to have it a particular color to match your setup, you are able to do that. Of course, if you're a person who loves RGB, then you are able to change it to, I think, either pulse or fade, and you can change it to do a rainbow, or you can have it do random different colors. And you can also change the speed of how fast and how slow the colors are. So like I said, the software, there's not a lot going on in the software. It's mainly going to be kind of the simple stuff, being able to customize the color. You're also able to change your sensitivity with the mouse, both on the X and Y axis, which is what they have there. That was a little bit confusing to me. I would have rather just been a little bit more simple, but not really gonna nitpick that too much. Of course, you can also change the pull rate and some other things within there, the liftoff distance, whether you want it to be medium or high. Now for me, I kept it at the default medium. I didn't really notice a difference between the liftoff distance, whether it was set to medium or high. Of course, for me, I've never really noticed the liftoff distance on any other mouse before, so of course, if that's something you do want to change, you are able to change that with the mouse there as well. So for me, it wasn't anything major, but the software, maybe as it updates, it may do some more. I don't know, but we'll have to see later on down the road. So but overall, I do like the mouse. I think it's a really good mouse overall. I have been using it for about 1 week, so I do plan on making it my actual main mouse for quite a long time, until something else comes down. And I'm actually very see that there's a new company that's actually taking a step into the market for gaming peripherals. Don't get me wrong, I love Logitech, SteelSeries, Corsair, Razer, all the other players out there, but it is nice to see kind of something a little bit different. I was kind of getting a little bit worried that there wasn't going to be anything new and fresh out to kind of rumble the market a little bit, so it is good to see that a mouse like this is actually here. So overall, I'm actually very, very impressed with it. If you are interested in getting a gaming mouse, I highly recommend this one. This one's a pretty good one. It does cost about $59, so $60 for the mouse. So I would say for 60 bucks, it's actually one of the better mouse that you can actually get. A lot of other mouses usually have something good about it and then something that's really bad that kind of turns me away from them. But overall, for $60, I will say this is one of the best mouse I've actually used around that price point. So I'm actually very happy to say that if you are looking for a mouse, I definitely do recommend getting the Fnatic Clutch 2. Of course, it is out for you to buy. You can go to Amazon. Now, of course, I'll leave a link in the description for you if you are interested in buying the mouse. So but other than that, guys, that is going to be my review of the Fnatic Clutch 2 mouse. Hope you guys did enjoy. I'm also curious to know what kind of mouse, keyboard, mouse pad, whatever you use for your personal setup, if you guys do use one at all. Just let me know down in the comments below. And again, did hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you guys did, make sure you go ahead and leave a thumbs up on the video, as it shows you guys do support it and you do want to see more. Also, make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you know when I do more reviews in the near future for other gaming peripherals and other things. And as always, come join me and hang out with me on all the social platforms. Of course, those will always be in the description below. Until next time, guys, my name is JNosTech, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay techy.